Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are going to be playing with some makeup from Victoria Beckham, also known as Posh Spice. But before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. As many of you know, I have my online beauty consulting service, which is a one-on-one video chat live. So you get to ask me any makeup concern you might have. If you want to go over items you have in your collection that you haven't been able to make work for you, this is a great time to book a consultation. So click the link in the description box to make your appointment or to buy a gift certificate for someone else. Okay, so Victoria Beckham Beauty. Now, a few weeks ago, someone from the Victoria Beckham Beauty collection line kindly reached out to me and asked me if they could send me their new blush sticks, which I said yes to, of course. And I had a moment because I grew up in the 90s and I was obviously obsessed with the Spice Girls, like most people were at that time. And my favorite Spice Girl was always Posh Spice. Now, when my friends and I would play Spice Girl, I was always Posh. Christina had red hair, so she was ginger. And then Sylvie was always sporty, and Jocelyn was always baby because she was the shortest. And we didn't have a scary Spice, but we still played. And something happened in my mind just thinking of myself as like 9-year-old me, or maybe even 7-year-old me, obsessed with the Spice Girls, in love with Posh Spice. And all of this seems to have come full circle with someone from the Posh Spice beauty team sending me makeup. And so that sent me a little bit, I had a little bit of a teary moment, and I'm very happy to showcase these items here. So they sent me their new blush stick line, and I don't know why, but I just decided to go ahead and purchase some items because I've been on the fence about purchasing Victoria Beckham Beauty for so long. I think when the makeup launch happened, I wasn't on the ball, and then I kind of got swept up with other collections. So I went ahead and purchased other Victoria Beckham products. So we're going to do a mostly full face of Victoria Beckham Beauty products today. The eye palette that I picked up is Tuxedo. This is a mostly matte smoky eye. It's a cool toned smoky palette, and this is the one that caught my attention. There's also a blue eyeshadow one that looks really nice as well. I also have a lipstick and an eyeliner, and so we're just gonna do a tutorial with swatches, and we're just gonna have a full face of Victoria Beckham or Posh Spice makeup. So as I mentioned, this is the Tuxedo palette here. These are the swatches, and what I noticed right off the bat, just from like the finger swatches, is some of the shadows do feel a little bit dry, but I've heard comments that sometimes they feel a little bit dry, but they wear nicely. So we're going to do a tutorial with this palette today, and then I'm going to do swatches of all the blushes, and I'll apply maybe 2 blushes to show you here. All of the brushes are going to be listed in the description box down below, so if you want to see that, go ahead and click that. So I'm going to start off by going into the lightest color here, and I'm going to place this on the mobile lid. Now my eyes have been primed and prepped off camera like I always do. One thing I noticed when I got my eyeshadow here is how small it looks. It fits perfectly in the palm of your hand, but this here is 8.5 grams of product. And just for example, this one from Dior is 7.6. So I'm not sure how, but they managed to pack more product in this little compact here. I guess maybe it's just very compact. And this one says that it expires within 12 months of when you start using it. Now I'm going into the gray shade here. I'm noticing that these shadows are quite powdery. Look. It's not necessarily a good or bad thing. It's just something that I'm noticing. I'm going to attempt to make this a smoky eye for daytime, so not too intense. My extra gene tends to kick in, so I'm going to try to rein it in just a little bit. And then maybe I can do another video making something more dramatic and more smoky with the same palette. Then using a clean blending brush, I'm just going to buff this out. If you use a separate brush, like one to apply color and then one to blend, you'll just get a softer, lighter finish, and you'll also get more control over how dark this gets. So upon closer inspection here, I wouldn't say that these are completely matte. They have a little bit of shimmer to them, but a soft shimmer, not like a chunky glitter. I'm taking that same gray color and I'm just going to trace it under the bottom lashes here. Now let's go into this dark black color here with an even more tapered pencil brush, and I'm going to try to be even more precise with this one here. And then I'm taking whatever is left on this little brush and also sweeping it on the bottom lashes here. Okay, now let's go into an eyeliner. So I got the Satin Kajal liner in Ash. I just wanted to go with something for this smoky look. So I think that this color here, oh, it's so creamy. I'm barely applying any pressure here, and you're just getting this really dark creamy color. So I'm gonna go ahead and tight line, do a thin line on top, and also I'm going to smudge this on the bottom as well. This eyeliner is so creamy. You apply like zero pressure whatsoever, and you just get the color payoff you want. So if you want a very creamy eyeliner that you don't have to push, it doesn't drag, it just like glides along very easily. So this, as I said, is Ash. It's just a black one, but there are other colors available, so that might be for a future purchase for myself. For the mascara, I will cheat a little bit. There was a Victoria Beckham mascara, but I don't know why I didn't pick it up. That'll be for the next purchase. So for the time being, I'm going to go into my old classic, the Volume de Chanel. For the foundation, I'm going into my Chanel Sublimage l'Essence de Teint in the shade B30. This stuff is liquid gold. I know it's a little bit pricey because it's part of the Sublimage skincare line. I mean, it's not part of the skincare line, but it has some of their skincare components, but it's just such a great foundation. Like, it's long wearing, it looks natural, it offers a nice amount of coverage. It's just been my go-to for the past few weeks. For the concealer, you know I'm going to cheat. I'm using my Clé de Peau concealer in the shade Almond. Now, while we wait for the concealer to do its thing, let's go ahead and talk about these blush sticks. I'm going to name them off one by one and give a swatch comparison of every single one. We have Knickers, a light peachy melon. If Victoria could only wear one thing for the rest of her life, she'd choose Knickers. So Knickers is a British word for underwear, so that's kind of quite cheeky. We also have Playground. When Victoria's mother would deem that she looked peaky at the playground, out came the lipstick, a young VB's cheeks as a makeshift blusher. Major, a neutral pink flush, the definition of any mind-blowing accomplishment or dare. This is Major. Mini skirt, a berry rose. Now we all know that Posh Spice was known for her mini skirts and mini Gucci dresses. So does my dress look too short? Proceeds to hike mini skirt up higher. Very posh. Roller skate, a vivid coral pink. This one's for Harper. She'll just roller skate into the room during a product meeting, pick her favorite shade, and roll right back out. A girl who has a point of view, like her mom. Let's give this a quick blend. All right, let's talk about the cheeky blushers here. So these are called Cheeky Posh. They retail at 53 Canadian individually plus tax, and they're inspired by Victoria's cheekiest moments, as we recalled earlier. This says it's a buildable color, a velvet texture, and it's also supposed to be skin smoothing, long lasting, a cream cheek color. These are clean, as well as the rest of Victoria Beckham Beauty. It's a clean beauty line. plant-based, no silicone. So yeah, let's go ahead and try these out. Just as a product comparison, I also have the Westman Atelier blush stick, and this is also a clean beauty line. This one here is 6 grams of product, and the Victoria Beckham blushes are 5 grams of product. And these Victoria Beckham blushes have a 24-month lifespan, so once you start using it, you should use it within 2 years. So the 2 colors I'm drawn to the most, well, the first one I'm drawn to the strongest is Knickers, because I love a peachy blush. So this will be one cheek, and then I think the other cheek will be Playground, because this is one that looks like it could be a little bit of a bronzer as well. So I'm just intrigued by this shade. So Knickers and Playground will be today's blushers of choice. If you are new to my channel, whenever I get collections, I do multiple different looks with them. I reuse my makeup quite a bit. So if you wanted to see a more dramatic smoky eye, or if you wanted to see some of these other blushers in usage, not just a swatch, I highly recommend you subscribe to my channel because I will be using and reusing these in the near future. Let's start with Knickers first of all. So I'm using a blush brush like this. You could go ahead and swipe this on your cheek if you wanted to, but I find that this way you just get more control. You can go ahead and do this if you want, but it's just to control how much blush color we get here. So Knickers is described as a peachy melon, and if you're buying these online, I think that the color description is very accurate. So this here is very natural. The finish is a cream formula, so you will get a naturally slightly more luminous finish versus a matte blush, but it's not too dewy, it's not greasy or anything like that. It just looks like a very natural flush. I think this color is really nice. I like these sort of like peachy, slightly warm blush hues, and I just think that this is just like a very nice, healthy glow. Now we have Playground, which is a mid-tone terracotta color. So we're going to do the same method that we did before. I might just roll this down a little bit. All right, so here is Playground and here is Knickers. I think I actually personally prefer Playground a little bit more. For today's look, I just find that it melts into the skin in such a natural way. Like it looks like my cheek, but better. I mean, they both do, but I don't know, something about here is like a little bit more neutral, and I think I prefer it a little bit more, but either way, I really like both of the colors that I used today, and I like all the colors that they sent me, but I think Playground might become my new favorite your cheek but better blush. Feel free to vote down in the comments section below. Let me know which blush do you prefer on me today. I'm going to finish it off with a lipstick and then give your final vote once I have the lipstick applied. For the lipstick, I went for something nude to go with today's look. I went with the Posh lipstick in Spice. Okay, now that I have the lipstick on, time to cast your final vote for which blush you prefer. So to complete a makeup look, we always have to go into a fragrance. I don't have a Victoria Beckham perfume, but I do have one from La Perla, which I think Posh Spice would approve of. This is the signature perfume. The La Perla signature fragrance here. It's very clean, very fresh, very feminine, lots of florals, a hint of fruity notes. I think this is something that Posh Spice would approve of. So this is the end of the tutorial. I think that I prefer the more neutral blush here, but it could just be a preference with today's makeup look. I think they both look nice, but this side to me looks more natural, but you let me know in the comments. I'm sure in person and on camera it looks a little bit different. So as far as the longevity and wear go of these blush sticks here, I find that these wear just as nicely as any other cream blush product I have. For some reason, I think a lot of us are in the habit of using powder blushes, and they are lovely. But cream blushes tend to look a little bit more natural and a bit more luminous without looking oily or greasy. Like, I have no highlighter on, just the foundation and the blush. And my cheeks look nice and luminous, but in a very natural way. So if you have drier skin or more mature skin, a cream blush might be better for you because it just looks a little bit healthier. The eyeshadows here are really nice. I love the look I created. I love this white here with a little bit of the dark gray. The eyeliner is so creamy, so easy to use. This lipstick here is very, very nude. I hope it's the right undertone. I think so. I wanted something quite nude for my smoky eye. So overall, I am quite happy with my Victoria Beckham purchases that I did, and also with the Victoria Beckham blushes that were kindly sent to me. So thank you so much, Posh Spice, girl power. Thank you for sending me these blush sticks. Let me know in the comment what other products I should try out from Victoria Beckham, what other looks you want to see. Sound off in the comments below. So I think on that note, this is all I have for you guys for today. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.